It's beautiful out. It's golden hour. So this is my office tonight, and I wanted to talk about boundaries for a minute. Um, it keeps coming up in my readings. We have Saturn is squaring Venus right now. Saturn is in Pisces, which is a softer boundary, and Venus is in Gemini, where sometimes it likes to think its feelings, but processing, right? Processing. Um, and so you may be wanting to put down boundaries in already established relationships. Having honest conversations with people, whether that's romantic or family or friendship. And sometimes there's a stigma with boundaries about like that makes you hard or that makes you defensive or um, shouldn't unconditional love be without boundaries. Listen, the movie Once Upon a Time, no, it's not Once Upon a Time in Mexico, The Mexican with Julia Roberts and Brad Pitt, right? Great, funny movie. But I really dislike the part where it talks about when is enough, right? And never is supposed to be the right answer. That's not the right answer. We should all have boundaries, and that doesn't mean putting expectations on other people, but having boundaries makes you healthy, and it lets the other person understand what they should expect and not expect. So if somebody is upset with you because they conflated their expectations because you didn't have any boundaries, that can lead to communication issues in a relationship that otherwise might be fine. It's funny, I remember I didn't used to have a cancellation policy because I'm a little bit more relaxed, and I deal with sometimes people who are going through hard things, and I also donate a lot of sessions for people who are going through a lot. And so I was afraid that a cancellation policy would make somebody feel bad or keep them from taking the donated appointment. And it was pointed out to me that maybe without the knowledge and the understanding of what the boundaries are and where they are, that would actually lead somebody to worry because they don't have the answers, they don't have the information. Like, of course, that became so obvious when somebody said it to me. You may have boundaries that you think are understood by somebody else in your life, and they're not. So having clear conversations and having honest conversations about boundaries is not about putting limits to how much you love somebody. It's putting in support beams for how you can love each other. On this day, when we have that square, which is like a challenge, it's a really good day to at least sit down and write out what those boundaries might be for you, so that the other person can calibrate their expectation. Because if they don't have, if their expectations go against your boundaries, then someone's gonna be brooking disappointment. You can avoid that. It doesn't make you a bad guy to have boundaries. There's going to be a gorgeous Capricorn moon, full moon, on June 21st. And on the other side of that Capricorn full moon, which is truths and lots of other stuff, there's going to be Venus conjunct the sun, like a seesaw, one on each. It's real nice. But you'll be able to express and let the truth come out of that full moon if you already understand what your boundaries, what the conversation around what that relationship either already established or the one you're hesitant to start because you're worried you can't meet somebody's expectations. Have the conversation. Boundaries aren't bad.